What's good, my fellow Chicago Bears friends? So I'm sure you guys have seen the Chicago Bears have signed a wide receiver by the name of Isaiah Coulter. And on this video, we're going to discuss who he is, and this guy has a pretty inspiring story, so stay tuned for that. We're going to discuss what he's going to bring to Chicago Bears. We're going to discuss what this really means for the other Chicago Bears wide receivers. So make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, as 93% of you are not subscribed to my channel, and I know we can do better than that. Make sure you go and sack that like button for YouTube algorithm. Make sure to hit bell notifications so you know when I post, and make sure you watch this video from the beginning to the end, and then let me know in the comment section below what you think about this signing. Now, with that all being said, let's dive right into today's video. Now, Isaiah Coutler, in his time at high school, actually played at two high schools. So Isaiah Coutler played at Wild Lake High School, and then he transferred to Irwin Park High School for his senior year. And in high school, he was mostly a linebacker, and when he committed to Rhode Island, this guy did not have any stars at all. I mean, he was a 0-star recruit, and he was unranked by 24/7 Sports, so that's really, really huge for someone to get an offer. Now, the school is really small. It's Rhode Island, an FCS school, but still, for a guy with 0-star recruits to get an offer is huge, and I think that's very, very inspiring. And at Rhode Island, he started off playing linebacker before switching over to wide receiver during his junior year. And in Isaiah Coutler's junior year, that's where he stood out. So he had 72 receptions for 1,039 yards and 8 touchdowns. In doing so, he became the 7th Rams player to have a 1,000-yard season, and he was also named on the second team All-Colonial Athletic Association. And one of his most notable games came against big-time school in Virginia Tech, and Isaiah Coutler came to play. And this is a game that really made Isaiah Coutler NFL bound. I mean, he had 9 catches for 192 yards against guys like Caleb Farley and Davian DeBallo. Davian DeBallo was drafted in the 3rd round. I mean, for a guy in the FCS, for a guy, a little known wide receiver, to go up against Caleb Farley and to have such a big impact and to go off, you know, that's huge, and that comes from hard work and dedication, and that hard work paid off as Isaiah Coutler was invited to the NFL Combine in 2020, where he ran a 4.45 40-yard dash. And this too was huge. First of all, 4.45 is a fast 40-yard dash, but he also made history, as in 75 years, Rhode Island did not have any players participate in the Combine, and Isaiah Coutler basically broke that record. Him and another 2 players broke that record. And then he was drafted in 2020 by the Houston Texans in the 5th round. And by doing so, Isaiah Coutler was the first player from Rhode Island to be drafted since 1986, when Rob White went to the New York Jets with the 189 pick in the 7th round. I mean, that's just huge. For a player from a little known school of Rhode Island to get drafted, I mean, that's just huge. So what does Isaiah Coutler bring to Chicago Bears? I think the biggest thing he brings is speed. And it really seems like something that Ryan Pace and Matt Nagy are looking for this year. It's a speed element from the wide receivers, and Isaiah Coutler definitely has that, running a 4.45 40-yard dash. And also, he brings in another receiver body for Andy Dalton and Justin Fields to utilize in training camp. And speaking of training camp, and speaking of the Chicago Bears, what does this mean for the other wide receivers? What does this mean for Riley Ridley, and what does this mean for Javon Wims? And honestly, I think it means that one of the 2 or both of them are gonna get cut, because since they got drafted, they really haven't done anything. You know, Javon Wims actually has hurt his stock, getting to a fight, you know, not having any catches against the Dolphins and getting injured and not playing against the Bills. And Riley Ridley dropped an easy pass from Justin Fields, and he really hasn't been that guy that we anticipated when we drafted him in the 4th round. So Isaiah Coutler has a really decent shot to make the 53-man roster. And if he does make the 53-man roster, I think he can make an impact. I think he can have a season like Darnell Mooney did last year, and I'm really excited to see what Isaiah Coutler does with the Chicago Bears. But what do you guys think about Isaiah Coutler? Do you guys think he will be a stud for us? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe. 90% of you are not subscribed, so subscribe. Make sure you smash that like button for YouTube algorithm. Make sure you hit bell notifications. And with that all being said, I hope you have an amazing day, and peace out and bear down.